Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to a new quality bedtime stories with J.M. Benjamin. I'm your host, author J.M. Benjamin, www.anewqualitypublishing.com. I hope you've been enjoying your bedtime stories thus far. We're now up to chapter 21 of my freshman novel, Down in the Dirty. For those of you who are just coming aboard, I hope that you visit our YouTube page, A New Quality Publishing, and catch up on the prologue through chapter 21. For those of you who have been following, are you guys ready? If so, let's begin. The continuation of chapter 21. When Stax arrived at the crib, everything was set up as Don promised. Don, go get 2 pieces of plywood and go out back. Stax said. Already brought them in. They're in the living room. Alright, cool. Stax had everything laid out in the kitchen that he needed to stretch the cocaine. The kitchen resembled a chemistry lab. Ever since he'd been in the game, he had learned ways to expand his drug business and get more money. When he was younger, his best friend's father had taught him how to stretch product, and it had served him well throughout the years. Stax, what you doing? Vanessa asked as she walked into the kitchen. I'm about to hit this brick right quick. What? Vanessa said, confused. I'm about to stretch this brick of coke and make it an extra 200-300 grams, he explained. For real? I heard you knew how to do that, but I thought niggas used to be frontin'. Nah, they wasn't frontin'. That's how I really got back on my feet after I came home from that bid. And this is how I stay strong down here. Can I watch? She asked. Yeah, I don't care. Vanessa pulled up a chair. Here, put this on. Stax handed her a face mask. This shit's strong. When I bust it open, it's gonna start fucking with you. It's gonna be even stronger. If you don't want to get high, you better put this mask on. Vanessa put the face mask on and Stax took a razor and slit the plastic in the middle of the packaged kilo of cocaine. He burst it open and began pouring it onto a cake pan. Hand me that spatula over there by the sink, he said. Vanessa handed him the spatula and he began to chop the rocks of coke up the way a chef diced an onion. After Stax chopped the rocks to a manageable size, he grabbed a box of isotone, known on the streets as comeback. Then he poured some into a sandwich bag and weighed it up. After he reached 100 grams, he poured the isotone over the cocaine. He did this 3 times, dumping a bag of comeback into the coke. He then took the spatula and began mixing it. Stax then got a spray bottle filled with water and adjusted the tip. Close your eyes, he told Vanessa as he started to spray the water all in the air over the drugs. Vanessa did as she was told. You can open them now, he said a few minutes later. What's that for? She asked Stax as the mist fell into the cake pan. That's to help this shit I added to the coke mix in without having to shave the rocks all the way down. If niggas get a brick of powder with no rocks, they're gonna know a nigga hit it. But with this, they'll never be able to tell, because I'm going to put this baby back together the way it was before I bust it open. What's that you mixed in it? That ain't nothing but isotone. You can buy this at the hardware store. Stax used the spatula again to mix the product, repeating everything until he had all 250 grams of comeback mixed in with the cocaine. Plug that lamp in for me over there. Slide that stool over here, Stax said. Vanessa plugged the lamp in and handed it to Stax. He took it and set it on a high stool that he had slid as close as possible to the table. The lamp was an adjustable gooseneck, heating, one used to dry the product. What's that gonna do? Vanessa asked. That's gonna bring it back, because it's too moist right now from all the water I sprayed. You can either use one of these lamps or let it air dry. Depends on how quick you want to get it done. Oh, dang. I hope you learned something, all these questions you asking. Stax grinned. You want me to tell you everything you just did? Vanessa said. Oh, you think it's that easy, huh? Okay, well, I ain't done yet, but we'll see. Boy, shut up. I ain't saying I know what I'm doing. I'm just telling you that I've been watching everything you've been doing. That's all, Vanessa said. Stacks hoped she was paying attention because dudes in the hood would kill to learn what he had just shown her. Why you got that separate from that? She asked him a few minutes later, pointing to the Ziploc bag of drugs he had taken out and weighed earlier. I'm going to take this 250 and whip it up and make about an extra 3.5 holes or hard off of it. I only needed 750 grams of the brick to turn it back to a whole brick of salt, Stacks said. He continued to check to see how the new kilo of cocaine was drying. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is a good batch right here. How can you tell? Vanessa asked. Stacks pointed to the product. Look at that right there. You see that? You see how you can still see the crystals in the coat and how everything looks one color? You see those strings right there? Vanessa studied the drugs for a minute. She tilted her head to the side trying to see what Stacks saw. After taking a good look, she knew exactly what he was referring to. Oh yeah, I do see it. That's how you can tell? There's other ways, but that's how I judge mine. So now what you gonna do to it? Vanessa asked, eager to learn more. Just watch, you'll see. Stacks reached for the saran wrap and began spreading it across the kitchen table. After taking a long piece of plastic, he grabbed a spatula and started scooping the cocaine from the sheet pan onto it, trying to put it as close as possible to the middle. Once he had transferred everything, he wrapped it up so it didn't look like it had even been bust open. He then took the repackaged kilo of coke and put it on the scale, which read 1,003.8 grams. He knew that it was an accurate key because the extra 3.08 grams was the weight of the saran wrap. Stacks then took the plastic and spread it out, only this time he didn't tear it. Instead, he laid the kilo at the tip of the plastic. Come here, he said to Vanessa. Hold this. When you see me running out of plastic, roll some more out until I tell you to stop. Okay. Stacks began neatly wrapping the brick, each time smoothing out any wrinkles, making sure the cocaine became more compressed the more he wrapped it. He told Vanessa to stop as he tore off the plastic. That's it? Vanessa asked when she thought it was done. Nah, not yet. I'm almost though. Stacks answered, looking around. Where this dude put them shits at? He mumbled to himself. What? Nah, some pieces of wood. You mean these? Vanessa asked, reaching under the table and pulling out the wood for which Stacks was looking. Yeah, let me get them. Vanessa handed them over to Stacks. What are those for? I told you, you'll see. Stacks placed the package brick on the floor, putting a piece of wood on each side and another piece, which was the flatter of the three on top. I want you to help me with this, all right? Okay, what you need me to do? Hold on, I'm going to tell you in a minute. Stacks went to the fridge and snatched 2 clamps off the top. I want you to hold these 2 pieces of wood together while I screw both of these clamps on. Vanessa looked at Stacks like he was crazy, but didn't say anything. She just sat on the floor and did what she was asked to do. Like this? Yeah, that's good right there. When you feel one side tighten up, hold the other side tighter and don't let go, or it'll slip. I won't. Stacks put the right clamp on and started screwing it closed until he had it where he wanted. Vanessa held the left side as tight as she could. It wasn't until Stacks told her that she was doing fine that she began to feel at ease. Okay, you can let go now, he told her. She got up and watched him take over. Stacks took the flat board and placed it back on top of the other 2 pieces of wood. He put 1 foot at a time over it, pressing down on the brick. What does that do? Vanessa asked. It compresses the coke, like you saw it when I first started messing with it. I got to stand on it because the clamps only compress the sides, squeezing everything to the top. This will even it out. Stacks continued to press his weight on the board. You see this? Stacks asked, finally showing her the key of cocaine. This is how a brick's supposed to look. It looked the same as it did before Stacks had stretched it. Vanessa could tell that he was proud of his work. Yeah, I see it. You did your thing, she said. Yeah, it's cool, but I could have done better. He smiled. I've done better. Stacks, you conceited. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Do me a favor, start straightening up some of this stuff while I go wake Don up. He should have been in here with you learning how to do this shit himself. Anyway, leave all that right there, Stacks said, pointing to the acetone, saran wrap, and the cake pan. Because I got to whip that quarter up after I give Don this stuff. Yeah, I can do that, but don't you think you got some... You know what? You think I'm a living maid now, huh, nigga? Vanessa smiled. Nah, yo, I know that. I look at you as a queen that you are, Your Highness. Stacks returned to a smile. Nigga, say that game for these little country-ass chicks you be hollering at down here. Whatever, V. I'll be right back. Chapter 22. Where the hell is my purse? Pam screamed. She practically tore her house apart searching for it. It didn't dawn on her until she began to backtrack her steps that she had been without it for the past 3 days. She realized there was only one place it could be. Oh, shit. I left my damn purse at the fucking motel with that nigga. Pam remembered the day she had rushed out of the room when she found out the dread was a friend of Don's. She picked up her phone and dialed the pager number Don had given her to reach him and punched in the code he told her to use. Please, God, don't let this nigga be the type of motherfucker that searches through people's shit. Pam prayed silently. She didn't want him to see the Rolex she had gotten herself from their last lick. She hung up the phone and waited for Don to call back. 15 minutes later went by before her phone rang. Hello? Pam answered quickly. What's wrong with you, girl? Her sister asked. Oh, I thought you were Don. Damn, bitch. That nigga got you like that? Tasha chuckled. Tosh, not right now. I ain't in no playing mood. My bad, sis. What's wrong? Remember that night I called you over to my place? Yeah. I was in such a damn hurry to get up out of the room that I left my damn purse and has my ID and shit in there. Not only that, I left the fucking watch I bought up in there too. Damn, Pam, how you slip like that? You know you weren't supposed to be traveling with all of that in your purse anyway. What if the nigga copied your info down or something, or worse? What if he started wondering what you doing with a $25,000 watch and put two and two together and think you had something to do with the Jamaican nigga? I know, Pam whined. I thought about all that already. Just as she finished her sentence, her phone beeped. Oh, Tosh, let me go. I think that might be Don on the other line. I'll call you back when I get off the phone with him. So don't go saying anything to Keisha and them until I see what's going on, all right? Yeah, girl, I got you, but you better make sure everything's good. And don't forget, we got to take care of that nigga in Charlotte tonight, Tosh reminded her. I won't. Let me go. Pam hung up. Yo, somebody page me? Don asked. Yeah, how many other females you get his code to? Pam asked, trying to sound upset. She was glad to hear his voice and had to pull her thoughts together. Oh, what's good, love? I didn't know it was you. Your code didn't come out right. Shit was all bunched up in my pager. That's what took me so long to hit you back. I've been trying numbers for the past 25 minutes because I thought it was a business call. You're the first person that answered, though. Don's reasoning made sense and explained why he took so long to return Pam's call. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have been speeding when I dialed it. Nah, you don't have to apologize. It's cool. What's up, though? You all right? Yeah, I'm okay. I was wondering when you was going to get at me. I was worried about you. You were supposed to hit me when you got home that night. I ain't know what to think. It's been like 4 days now. I know. I've been meaning to call you. Things just been hectic lately, and I've been stressed out. I ain't want to bother you with my problems. I understand, yo. Check, though. I got your purse. You left that shit at the telly that day. I almost left that shit in there, too. If it wasn't for me dropping my blunt. I wouldn't even seen that piece lying up under the table. It's in my trunk, You don't have to worry. I ain't go through your shit. It's just the way you left it. I wasn't even thinking about that, boy. You ain't have to say all that. Pam lied, knowing that was her biggest concern. Yeah, all right, if you say so. I just ain't want you to think I was all in on like that. That's all. But yo, you still could have called me and let me know what was good with you that night, Dawn said. She tried to think of something quick that didn't sound lame, seeing that he wasn't going to let it go. The first thing that came to mind was what most women use. I told you I didn't want to be bothered, and I definitely didn't want to bother you with my problems. Plus, I was too embarrassed to tell you what it was anyway. I didn't want you to think that I didn't want to call, so I'm going to tell you what was really wrong. That morning, my period came on, and I started getting cramps. That's why I left up out of there like that. And when I got home, all I wanted to do was take a bath and lay down, she explained. Oh, that's what it was? He exclaimed. Yeah, you off now though, right? I'm trying to see you for something. Pam laughed to herself. She just told him she had cramps and was on her period, and the only thing he was concerned about was getting some ass. Even if she was lying, she took offense to Don's lack of compassion. These three dudes were no different than any others they dealt with, she thought. They weren't shit and deserved whatever they had coming to them, she reasoned. You might as well say I'm off because right now I'm just spotty. But that ain't nothing a hot bath won't cure. Why? What you want to get into something? She asked, trying to sound like she wanted to hook up with him. Definitely, Don said jokingly. That can be arranged, Pam replied with a fake laugh. How about I call you back in about a half an hour after I get out of the tub? No doubt, that'll work, Don said. Okay, I'll speak to you then. After Pam hung up with Don, she dialed Keisha's number. She knew that Keisha would understand that she wouldn't be able to accompany them to Charlotte tonight. After all, it was business. Chapter 23. Yo, how everything going? Stacks asked his business associate, Jalon. Shit good, dawg. I got half that for you already and should have the other half by next week, like you said. That's what's up. We'll get the change for me so I can breeze up out of here. I'm going to be at the car, alright? Alright, I'll meet you over there, dawg. Stacks pulled out his cell phone and dialed as he walked towards the rental. Hello, a female said. What's the deal, sexy? Hey, Stacks, Desiree said. I thought you forgot about me. Never that, sweetheart. I can't tell, Desiree joked. Come on, man, don't make me feel bad, Stacks said. Why not? Because I really have been thinking about you. Okay, I believe you. So what's up? Did your cousin go back to New York yet? Desiree asked. Nah, she's still here, Stacks replied, wishing he was able to tell her Vanessa was gone. He didn't know how much longer she'd be there. Not that he really wanted Vanessa to leave. In the past week, they'd gotten closer than ever. But during that time, Desiree was also a constant thought on his mind. And Vanessa was preventing him from spending time with her. Oh, Desiree said, detecting Stack's disappointment. Well, what's up anyway? Not much. What you doing today? Not too much either. Probably take a shower, cook me something to eat, puff on the L, and watch a movie or something, she said. By yourself? Stacks asked. Yeah, basically. What's up? You want some company? I could come through if you want. That would be nice, but what about your cousin? Desiree asked. She'll be alright. She's been out here for a week now, so she's pretty much settled. Okay then. When you want to come? I want to come right now, Stacks replied. Desiree couldn't stop smiling after hanging up from Stacks. She knew that this was a night of opportunity, and she intended to take full advantage of it. After the night was over, she was sure things between her and Stacks would never be the same. She picked up her phone and speed dialed Keisha's cell phone. Let the games begin. Desiree thought she was finally getting what she wanted. Chapter 24. Vanessa tossed lightly in her sleep, dreaming. Things between her and Stacks had gone in a direction she never thought possible. The past few days were the best in a long time, involving someone of the opposite sex, she thought. Although she and Stacks hadn't slept together, Vanessa had visions of making love to him repeatedly. That night was the sixth recurring dream. She found herself looking forward to her night's fantasies because they'd seemed so real. She didn't think they would ever become a reality because she didn't believe Stacks looked at her the way that she looked at him. Besides, the last thing she wanted to do was blow their friendship over a one-night stand that shouldn't have ever happened. She decided to harbor these thoughts and feelings out of respect, but her imagination and images were so heartfelt that it was becoming difficult to shield how she felt on the surface. Vanessa believed there was some type of truth in her dreams. The way Stacks touched her body and made her feel in her dreams had to be how he would make her feel in real life, she thought. Vanessa longed for his touch and didn't know why. She remembered the day Stacks had caught her dancing naked. His eyes scanned her body sensuously. He made her aware of her womanhood. Her nipples had stiffened, her stomach fluttered, and between her thighs became moist, but she maintained that night. Well, as you can see, the story is beginning to heat up, and unfortunately, I'm going to end here for the evening on chapter 24. But tomorrow, stay tuned for the continuation of Down in the Dirty. If you want to know more or read more of my stories, you can download J.M. Benjamin titles or New Quality Publishing titles on your Kindle or your Nook, or you can also order the paperback on Amazon.com or newqualitypublishing.com. Also, again, as always, please support your African American bookstores.